Hello, my friends, Brendan here. So let me introduce you to Growth House AI. So when you first land on the page, you just have to enter your details here, and then you're going to be entered inside of the tools. And what this is and why this is so important is basically unlike any other, ChatGPT or Claude or any other AI tools. Essentially what they're doing is they're pulling information from across the whole entire internet, and that's how they're giving you the answers. So they're whenever you ask it a question, it's taking information from articles and from blog posts and YouTube videos and podcasts from a whole range of different people, and it's putting those together. And while you're going to get great answers, and there's nothing wrong with that, it's not actually based on a specific system. So the difference between generic AI and specialized AI is actually built around a specific system. So what this here in Growth House AI, it's everything that Gabby teaches in the curriculum inside of Growth House. So every Monday, Gabby delivers a new module of Growth House, and there's a 2-hour training that happens every single Monday, and that is what makes up the Growth House curriculum. And it's fantastic for learning all of the behind the scenes, the tactics, the theory, everything that you need to know. But what we've created here is we've taken all of those individual modules that make up the Growth House system, and what we've done is we've made a specific tool that is going to help you to create everything that you learn in Growth House with just a couple of clicks of the button. A very simple, demonstration here would be simply how to create a script. So the first thing we want to do is we want to create what's known as a creator voice profile. And basically this is going to help you create something that's going to sound like you. And a lot of other tools out there, they claim to be able to write in your voice, and then you can train ChatGPT and you can train Claude in how to write in your voice. But really, having a tool that helps you write in your voice is like a baby learning to crawl. It's really the basic foundation of what you're doing. It's not really going to help you to do anything else other than that. Because if you're using a different AI tool or something like a ChatGPT or a Claude, it's fine. It's one amazing thing to have something in your voice, but you're not going to be able to actually plug that into a system. So what we've done here is, yes, we're going to give you the voice, but we're actually plugging it into a whole entire system. So when you come here, you can basically search for the different tools. At the moment we have 12, and we're going to continue to build out more. But just to show you a quick example here of what this might look like, you come over here to the creator voice profile and you hit use tool. And the first thing it's going to ask you is to paste a sample of how you naturally speak. So what I've gone and done is just create a basically, a made up example. A made up example of someone called Sarah. Sarah is a busy mom, and basically she helps other moms manifest their dream life. So that's her niche. So in this example, if you imagine that you were Sarah, for example, you just want to start speaking in your natural voice. So you might just, start dictating just whatever comes out of your mouth. Just explain who you are, where you're from, how old you are, who you help, bit about your story, and a bit about your niche and the topic and things like that. So in this example, we might say something like, "Hey friend, I'm Sarah, I'm 38 years old, I live in Austin, Texas, I'm married to my high school sweetheart, we have 3 kids under the age of 8, my house is usually a disaster, there's always laundry everywhere, there's usually half drunk coffee sitting on the counter," and so on and so forth. Okay, basically talking about mindset, manifestation, and things about Sarah's life. Okay, so the reason we want to do that is basically so when we go into the AI tool, essentially what's going to happen is we're going to be able to communicate to the AI tool how we speak. So obviously someone who lives in New Jersey is going to sound like different to someone who speaks who's from Texas. Same thing, I'm from Australia. We have a different way of speaking. So what you want to do is you want to communicate to the AI the type of words and tone and everything of how you speak. So that's basically the first thing we want to do here in the creative voice profile. The second thing we want to do is basically just to add in a little direction of how you talk. So in this case, if Sarah wants to come across as funny, direct, and bold, we just add funny, direct, and bold in here, but you add whatever you want to add. Then the next thing you want to do is you want to add in basically it's saying describe your audience and the platform that you post most on. So we'd say here, help busy moms manifest their dream life and we'd say on TikTok or, you know, whatever platform you're on, but in this case, we'll say TikTok. And then all we do is hit the generate button here. So what it's done, it's generated the creative voice profile. So what we just do here is, and it's obviously, you can see here how thorough it is. It takes everything I've given and it basically builds it out into a step-by-step creative voice profile. So we basically copy this, then we go back to the tools, and now we want to go to that next tool, which is called the script cloner. We're just going to click use tool, and we're just going to simply follow the 4 steps here. So the first step is we want to paste the creative voice profile. So obviously it's going to understand how we speak. The next thing we want to do is basically paste the transcript of the original video that we want to model. So anyone is familiar with Growthhouse, you understand our system, our viral cloning system, how we model videos. If you're not familiar with it, essentially what we want to do is we want to find a viral video that we want to model. We want to keep the hook very similar or exactly the same. And what we want to do so it's not copying is we want to change all of the rest of the script. So we want to keep the structure and the framework of the script the same, but we want to just replace the examples, the stories, and the lessons. I'll just walk you through how to do that. So first step we want to do is we want to actually grab the transcript of the viral video that we want to model. So in this case, I've just grabbed the video of Gabs, and I've gone ahead and got the transcript from that video. So you just want to copy that transcript in here, and we're going to paste that here now. So now what we've got is we've got the creative voice profile, and now we've got the viral video that we want to model, and we've got the script for that. The next thing we want to do is we want to add in the tone and style for the specific video. So for this specific video, let's just say as an example, we want to go with something that's high energy, Jersey, punchy, something along that nature, if that feels relevant to you. So even though in this case, we have Sarah, you know, she's from Texas and everything like that, and she's helping people to manifest. But in this case, if she wanted to kind of, you know, channel a little bit of the high energy vibe, you might just want to add something like that. But obviously it's up to you, and this is just an example. And the last step of what we're going to do, and this is the most important step, is we want to replace the examples, in this case Gabby's examples and stories. We want to replace it with some stories and examples from Sarah's personal life. In this fictitious example of Sarah, obviously she's a mom and she's in the manifestation space. So I prepared this ahead of time just to show you guys. But in Gabby's example in the script, she talks about you know, how to get over your ex, how to get your body right, how to regulate your nervous system, and how to train dogs. So I'll just show you where that is here in the script, just so you can see for yourself. So in the example here, you know, Gab starts talking about these different, you know, stories, examples, and things like that. And these are the things that we want to extract. We want to remove them from the original script, and we want to replace them with our own examples. So in this case, Sarah's examples are things to do with her niche and her own personal life. Stuff like, you know, how to stop doubting yourself, how to stay calm when life feels chaotic, how to create a life you love, how to manifest while raising your kids, and juggling a million things. So what we're going to do is simply grab these examples, we're going to copy these, and what we're going to do is we're going to paste them in here, and this is what's going to make our script unique. So now we've got the creative voice profile, so it's going to talk exactly like, it's going to sound exactly like Sarah. We've got the script from Gabby that we want to model. We've explained for this specific video how we want the tone and style to sound, and then we simply have gone in and we have inserted our own unique example stories and lessons from Sarah's personal life, and this is what is going to help us to make the final script, the actual final result, something that is very unique and is going to sound exactly like Sarah. It's not going to be copied. It's going to be modeled from the original video. So we're following the same structure and framework, but we're extracting all of the, you know, stories, examples from, you know, in this case, Gabby's video, and we're going to replace it with Sarah's stories examples. So we're going to click generate right now, and it's going to create that script for us. It's going to be unique in Sarah's voice. It's going to be something that's ready to record, ready to film, and ready to publish. So what it's done is generated this script cloner output for us, and it's written the script exactly as we want it in Sarah's voice. And we can see here it's gone and replaced the examples of Gabby's examples, and it's built the script around Sarah's specific examples, the exact ones that we told the AI to produce, which was all specific to her niche, based around how to stop the self-doubt and spiraling, how to stay calm when your whole life feels like it's on fire, how to build a life that you actually love, how to do the mindset work in the middle of all the beautiful chaos, while toddlers are screaming, the laundry's piling up, and all of those sort of specific things that relate to Sarah's personal life. In this case, someone who's helping other women manifest their dream life while raising a family. So that is just a little sample of Growth House AI and how it works. And hope that explains everything. Thank you, guys.